3, 2, 1.
Careful, ladies and gentlemen, this is loaded, and I know how to use it. So before we get started, I just wanted to show you my choices here. The top of the ticket is pretty much the important part here. Just in case anyone accuses me of lying or whatnot, I have made my choice, and it's going to go in the mail today. Now, I voted for Trump. More against Biden, the lesser of two evils thing. One of the most important things to me ever is the fact that Trump has been far less of a warmonger than any other president in recent history. He has killed fewer brown people, and he's killed fewer American servicemen than any other president, and I think that's a good thing. If you set aside all the other stuff, and I disagree with Trump on a lot of things, the bump stocks, and I like taking the guns first, and numerous other things. I disagree with him on policy. But I really believe one of the most important things ever is our foreign policy and not getting involved in a bunch of wars. I believe that makes us less safe. And of course, it's just wrong to go drone striking every person you meet in the in other countries. I believe that previous presidents' policies in regard to the Middle East and other foreign countries have been horrifyingly violent. And that's not good for us, it's not good for them, it's just bad. But Trump hasn't done that. And as much as I disagree with him on a lot of other things, I believe he's not getting the credit he deserves on that part. And I believe that Trump is less awful on most things than Biden is. So overall, he's just not a great choice, but a less shitty choice. And I know I've been arguing against all of those things for months now. Now, here's the thing. I believe that if you live in a state that's borderline, it's purple, like Arizona could go either direction. And I believe that if that's the case, then you know what? Vote for the lesser of two evils. Vote against Biden with the best chance of beating him. But in many of these other states, if you live in a California or an Idaho or many of these places that are almost certainly going to go blue or red with very little chance of going in between, that's not a thing you can do. If you live in one of these states that's almost certainly going to go one way or the other where the outcome is not remotely uncertain, then voting for any major party candidate is throwing your vote away. They don't care. You're a Democrat. You like Biden. Maybe, kind of, whatever. But you live in California? Well, he doesn't give a shit about you. And he's not going to campaign in California. And relax, he's going to win anyway. So don't worry about it. Vote for the candidate that you like the most. Because until we start doing that, until we start making them actually earn their votes, none of them, red or blue or right side or left side, or I don't care what color tie they wear, I don't care what animal they have for their mascot, it doesn't matter which team it is, all of them, regardless of what team they're on, are working to increase government power and decrease individual liberty, and that's not good for you. Vote third party. I don't care if it's Green Party or Nazi Party or Communist Party. If I lived in a state that was remotely certain, I would be voting Libertarian Party. Not because the Libertarian Party is perfect by any means, but because it's a not Republican or Democrat. That's why. And if we want to see real change, eventually, I would like to see either a negative vote where I can actually just vote against Biden. And see, the problem is politicians act as though when they win an election, it's some mandate from the people that they really like them, and you know that these two, Biden and Trump, will absolutely take a victory as a mandate from the people. And it's not. You just happen to be a slightly less squishy turd, but you're still a turd. Now, if it was possible to vote against a politician, if your vote could be used to subtract a vote from their tally, it'd be a lot harder for them to claim a mandate from the people unless there was really a mandate from the people. Good luck claiming a mandate from the people when your positives versus your negatives come out barely in the black. And you know what? If weighing all of them together, no one gets over, say, 30% or something like that, well, maybe we should just do it all over again. And of course, obviously, that's not a very realistic thing because nobody's really looking at a negative vote. I think it'd be great. I don't think there's a lot of support out there for it, but what there is a lot of support for is ranked choice. And ranked choice will fix things in pretty much the same way, where you no longer have to worry about voting for the slightly less squishy turd just because you're worried that the other guy will win. You can still vote for the one you want to win and take the second, third choice. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear who you voted for real, actually, not just what you want people to think you voted for. And of course, if you like money and you want to give me some of it, you should support me on Patreon or buy some of these rad shirts in my Teespring store. I love you.